Broadcasting from the northern part of Davao region in the Philippines. This is your most trusted source of information. Best collection of music. You are listening to UiS Radio.
UiS Radio.
Okay, and welcome to our show. I'm very thankful, guys, that you are here with me and very excited to share with you with whatever I have stock knowledge that I can actually give out to you guys, share with you because I want Filipinos educated when it comes to what is happening right now. A lot of things are being introduced to the internet, yet here we are, and most of the time has no idea what's going on. Came to a point that we are going to be the target of scams because they know that we are less informed. I would say we are smart in a certain point, but most Filipinos are actually not equipped with the information that will give them power to compete and create money legally by using all the information available in the internet and including the technology. And when we're talking about
Broadcasting from the northern part of Davao region in the Philippines. This is your most trusted source of information. Best collection of music. You are listening to UiS Radio.
the cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology, what a lot of things are being introduced to the internet, yet here
Broadcasting from the northern part of Davao region in the Philippines. This is your most trusted source of information. Best collection of music. You are listening to UiS Radio.
UiS Radio.
Okay, and welcome to our show. I'm very thankful, guys, that you are here with me and very excited to share with you with whatever I have stock knowledge that I can actually give out to you guys, share with you because I want Filipinos educated when it comes to what is happening right now. A lot of things are being introduced to the internet, yet here we are, and most of the time has no idea what's going on. Came to a point that we are going to be the target of scams because they know that we are less informed. I would say we are smart in a certain point, but most Filipinos are actually not equipped with information that will give them power to compete and create money legally by using all the information available in the internet and including the technology. And when we're talking about the cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology, what are these things are? What is Bitcoin, Ethereum? Ang daming questions. But I'm going to focus on one thing today, and I would like to talk about the Web3. What is Web3? Napili namin to because we wanted to help. And by the way, we would like to include and mention that part of this conversation, a part of this discussion, one of our goal is to inform people but also to promote one of the brand that we are introducing to Filipinos by way of giving them informations and utilizing the same technology under our supervision, so we can grow together. It's a business deal, of course. We have to be very straightforward to that. But we would like to emphasize that the very goal of this program is not just about sales and marketing and branding of our business, but it's more likely giving help and providing information that could actually help a lot of people, especially Filipinos. OFWs are among those group of people as the primary target of scammers. I've heard that many times, several times on social media and even in conventional TV stations or media outlet. So that is why we would like to invite all OFWs to please join us on our discussion, and you can always connect to this program through our comment sections or message us directly. Hello and welcome to UiS Connect, the show where we explore the latest trends and ideas, one conversation at a time. I'm your host, Jules Truly, and today we are diving into a topic that's making waves across the internet: Web3. You may have heard the term thrown around lately, but what exactly is Web3? And more importantly, how it is transforming the way we create, share, and engage online. Well, that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. So sit back, relax, and let's connect.
UiS Radio.
What is Web3? First things first, let's start with the basics. Web3 is often described as the next generation of the internet, a decentralized version of the web. Unlike today's Web2, where platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram hold most of the power, Web3 puts control back into the hands of the users, people, us, individuals. Think of it as a version of the internet where you, the user, own your data, your content, and even your digital assets. Web3 relies heavily on technologies like blockchain, the same tech behind cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and so many other cryptocurrencies right now. That enables us to move away from centralized authorities that control everything. It's a shift toward decentralization, transparency, and most importantly, ownership. If you want to ask example of centralized authority, the bank. They're the one who actually managing our accounts. Now, why Web3 matters? So why we should care about Web3? Well, the simple answer is that it offers a whole new way of interacting with digital content, especially how we share information to how we make money online. For one, it gives content creators direct ownership over their network, or their work rather. No more relying on big platforms to distribute or monetize your content. Instead, creators can use Web3 tools to control access and monetize their content through things like cryptocurrency, NFTs, and even smart contracts, which are self-executing agreements where the rules are encoded in software. And it doesn't stop there. Web3 also opens up possibilities for decentralized finance or DeFi, which means that financial transactions can happen without needing traditional banks or payment processors. It's all about bringing power back to the people. And with it, the whole new world of opportunities. Web3 and content creation. Now, let's talk about how Web3 is impacting content creation. If you're a podcaster, an artist, or really any kind of digital creator, Web3 is transforming how you can interact with your audience and make money. In the world of Web3, you can tokenize your content, whether it's a podcast episode, a song, or even an artwork, and sell it directly to your fans. No middleman. Just you and the community. In fact, you might already be familiar with NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens representing unique digital items. Creators can use NFTs to give fans special access to content or offer one-of-a-kind works for sale. Another exciting thing happening is the rise of DAOs, or decentralized autonomous organizations. These are essentially communities that are governed by the people in them. So imagine having your audience help decide the future of your podcast or fund your next project. That's the power of Web3. It's unlimited. It is indeed. Web3 in podcasting. Now, let's zoom in a little bit on podcasting and how Web3 is changing the game for us. Traditional podcast platforms often control how content is distributed and monetized. But in Web3, you can host your podcast on decentralized networks like IPFS, which give you more control and eliminates the need for centralized platforms. Well, I know it's the new word for you, the IPFS. We're going to dissect that in our next episode, which also points out to a very specific subject or topic that deals with networking and blockchain technology and the power of it. We're going to discuss IPFS, but this time we're going to focus on the Web3 and what is Web3 is all about, and how can we take advantage of the technology and how to help the community to make these things better. And let's move on to monetization. It is also getting Web3 a makeover. You can use micropayments to allow listeners to pay small amount in cryptocurrency for exclusive content, or even set up a crowdfunding model through tokens. You could also issue NFT tickets for premium access, like exclusive interviews or behind-the-scene content. The possibility is endless. And if you want to take a step further, there's the idea of creating podcast DAO. Imagine having your listeners not only tune in but actively participate in running the show, making decisions, and sharing the profits. It's the true democratization of content creation. I loved it. I think everyone will do. That's why we are creating this kind of program to educate people. Now let's talk about the challenges in Web3 podcasting. Of course, like any new technology, Web3 comes with its own set of challenges, issues, problems, whatever you call it. For one, user adoption is still a hurdle. Not everyone actually is using it right now. That's why UiS Connect is helping the community to inform people how this change can make our life our lives better. A lot of people are still unfamiliar with blockchain, and we are trying to fill that gap, give them the information, give you the information here on UiS Radio. Cryptocurrencies, or how decentralized networks work. There's also the issue of scalability. Blockchain networks still face performance challenges when it comes to handling large amount of data and transactions, but they're working on it. And the same thing, everything will definitely will have a solution and will improve along the way. Then there's the user experience. Web3 tools can be complex, and navigating them can be a steep learning curve. But the good news is that we are already seeing improvements in these areas, with more intuitive platforms and better educational resources for newcomers. Like us, we are doing that here on UiS Radio. That's why if you want to learn more about the new technologies, especially blockchain, Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you have to subscribe to our channel.
UiS
YouTube,
Radio.
Facebook, or even in our app. And also in our website, radio.ulicom.net. So what is the future of Web3 podcasting? What is the next? Well, we are just at the beginning, but there is a glimpse of what's coming. We'll likely see more tokenizations of content, allowing creators to issue their own tokens and build deeper connection with their listeners and fans. There's also a growing trend toward interoperability, meaning different Web3 platforms and services will work together and make easier to manage and distribute content across different networks. And looking even more further ahead, we might even see podcasts integrated into the metaverse, the virtual environment where you can listen to podcasts in a fully immersive way. Picture a podcast that not only streams audio, but also allows you to interact with the content in a virtual world. As we wrap up today's episode of UiS Connect, it is clear that Web3 is opening up new possibilities for how we connect, create, and consume content. Whether you are a podcaster, a listener, or just someone curious about the future of the internet, Web3 offers a glimpse into what could be more decentralized, transparent, and user-centric online world. That's all for today's show. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe and feel free to share your thoughts on Web3 with us on our social media. Until next time, keep connecting. Yours truly.
UiS Radio.
Broadcasting from the northern part of Davao region in the Philippines. This is your most trusted source of information. Best collection of music. You are listening to UiS Radio.